Seth Rollins' obsession with Cody Rhodes may be his downfall. What happens when a man who calls himself a visionary becomes so consumed by another wrestler that he can't see straight anymore? Seth Rollins' fixation on Cody Rhodes isn't just changing him, it might be destroying everything he's built. And folks, we need to talk about it. What's up, Wrestling-verse family? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell because we dive deep into the stories that matter in professional wrestling. Today, we're examining one of the most fascinating psychological spirals in recent WWE history. Seth Rollins, the architect, the visionary, the revolutionary, has become obsessed with Cody Rhodes. And this obsession, it's eating him alive from the inside out. We're going to break down how this fixation started, why it's intensifying, and most importantly, how it could lead to Seth's ultimate downfall. Let's get into it. To understand where we are, we need to understand where this all began. Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes share more history than most people realize. These aren't just two wrestlers crossing paths, they're two men whose careers have been intertwined in ways both obvious and subtle. Think about it. While Seth was rising through the ranks as part of The Shield, becoming WWE's Golden Boy, Cody was on his own journey, one that eventually took him outside WWE's walls entirely. Cody went out and proved something Seth never had to prove, that he could build something from nothing. He became the face of an entire movement, helped create a rival promotion, and then returned to WWE on his own terms with unfinished business. That's where the seed was planted. Because when Cody came back, he didn't return as just another wrestler looking for one more run. He returned with a mission: to win the title his father never could, to complete his story. And that narrative, that purpose, it captured the imagination of the WWE universe in a way that made everyone else feel like they were playing supporting roles in Cody's movie. Including Seth Rollins. Now, Seth has never been comfortable playing second fiddle to anyone. He's been the man who carried Raw on his back, who main evented WrestleMania multiple times, who rebuilt himself after career-threatening injuries. But something about Cody's return triggered something deep within Seth. Maybe it was jealousy. Maybe it was insecurity. Or maybe it was the realization that despite everything Seth had accomplished, Cody had become the story everyone wanted to follow. That realization, that's when obsession takes root. Fast forward to recent months, and we've watched Seth Rollins transform from a confident champion into someone who can't stop talking about Cody Rhodes. Every promo, every interview, every social media post, somehow, it always circles back to Cody. Let's be real about what we're seeing. Seth's matches have become less about showcasing his incredible ability and more about trying to prove he's better than Cody. His promos have shifted from celebrating his own accomplishments to diminishing Cody's journey. He's stopped being Seth freakin' Rollins the visionary and become Seth Rollins the man defined by his rivalry with one person. This is textbook obsession, folks. And in professional wrestling, when you become obsessed with someone else, you stop focusing on yourself. You stop evolving. You stop being dangerous because you're too busy looking in your rearview mirror instead of ahead at what's coming next. Watch Seth's body language lately. There's a desperation there that wasn't present before. When he talks about Cody, his voice gets higher, his movements more erratic. He's not the calculated architect anymore, he's becoming unhinged. And an unhinged competitor is one who makes mistakes. The WWE universe has noticed too. The chants have shifted. The reactions have changed. People aren't rallying behind Seth's crusade against Cody, they're watching a man spiral, and it's uncomfortable to witness. Because we all know Seth Rollins is better than this. He's capable of so much more than reducing himself to being Cody Rhodes' shadow. But here's the thing about obsession: it blinds you to reality. Seth genuinely believes he's the victim in this story, that Cody stole something from him. He can't see that he's doing this to himself. Now let's talk strategy, because Seth's obsession isn't just a mental issue, it's causing him to make critical tactical errors that could cost him everything. First, he's fighting Cody's fight instead of his own. Cody thrives in emotional, story-driven confrontations. That's his strength. Seth's strength has always been his in-ring psychology, his ability to manipulate situations, his strategic brilliance. But lately, he's abandoned all of that to engage in emotional warfare with Cody, and that's a battle he cannot win. Second, Seth's making enemies he doesn't need. His fixation on Cody has caused him to overlook other threats in the locker room. While he's been obsessing over Cody, hungry competitors have been circling, waiting for their opportunity. In wrestling, the moment you take your eye off the bigger picture is the moment someone takes you out. Third, and this is crucial, Seth's body is breaking down. We've seen it. The lingering effects of injuries, the physical toll of his style, it's all catching up. And when you're obsessed, you don't listen to your body. You push when you should rest. You take risks you shouldn't take. Seth's obsession is literally destroying him physically because he can't accept anything less than proving he's better than Cody. History is full of examples of great competitors who let obsession ruin them. Legends who became so consumed with one rivalry that they lost sight of everything else and faded into irrelevance. Seth Rollins is dangerously close to becoming another cautionary tale. The architect is building his own prison, brick by brick, and the foundation is his obsession with Cody Rhodes. So where does this end? Because obsessions in wrestling always end somewhere, and it's rarely where the obsessed party hopes. Here's the harsh reality. Seth Rollins cannot beat Cody Rhodes at his own game. He can't outstory Cody, he can't outpassion Cody, and he definitely can't make the WWE Universe stop believing in Cody's journey. Every time Seth tries, he just makes Cody more sympathetic and himself more desperate. The more Seth pushes, the more he loses. Lose a match to Cody. It eats at him for weeks. Win a match. It's never enough. He needs to beat him again to really prove it. See the cycle. There's no satisfaction, no endpoint, because the obsession itself has become the point. And that's when the downfall becomes inevitable. Because in professional wrestling, when you stop being able to move forward, you start sliding backward. Seth's obsession has frozen him in place while everyone else keeps evolving. His character isn't growing, it's shrinking. His credibility isn't building, it's eroding. The tragic irony here is that Seth Rollins has all the tools to be on top of WWE for years to come. The talent, the charisma, the connection with fans, it's all there. But none of it matters if he can't let go of this obsession with Cody Rhodes. What Seth needs to realize, and fast, is that his legacy doesn't depend on Cody Rhodes. It never did. Seth Rollins built himself into one of the greatest performers of his generation through his own work, his own vision, his own journey. Cody's success doesn't diminish that. The only thing diminishing Seth Rollins right now is Seth Rollins himself. The question isn't whether Seth's obsession will be his downfall. We're watching it happen in real time. The question is whether he can recognize it before it's too late, before he's pushed everyone away, before he's damaged his body beyond repair, before he's turned himself from a visionary into a cautionary tale. Seth Rollins stands at a crossroads. He can continue down this path of obsession and watch his legacy crumble, or he can snap out of it, remember who he really is, and reclaim the throne that's rightfully his, not by tearing down Cody Rhodes, but by building himself back up. But right now, the architect is designing his own destruction, and we're all watching the blueprint unfold. What do you think? Wrestling vs. family. Can Seth break free from this obsession, or is it already too late? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button and subscribe for more wrestling analysis. Hit the bell so you never miss when we drop new content. I'm your host, and this is Wrestling vs. CC. Until next time, keep the wrestling conversation alive.